Now, we talked about converting leads into new patients. One of the ways that we do that is with our website. And we've already talked about that was one of the biggest concerns of most people that we talk about. They don't like their website. So, Michael, can you help us to understand what makes a website a good website that converts?
Absolutely, Jeff. So thanks for running us through that and importance of conversion and automated follow-up. And as we talk about websites that convert, we're going to go through this pretty quickly. There's a whole lot we could talk about with websites. With our program, we focus on doing all of it so that we really are conversion based. We're very focused on that. If you want details, go to pages 13 through 15 of your workbook, and you'll see a nice list and an example of a high converting website. We want to make sure that all of those elements are there. But here are some essentials that you really need to have in place if you want your website to convert and to rank in Google. Number one, you got to have fast website performance, okay? So it's got to be quick loading and mobile and as well as desktop. We're going to run you through an exercise on that in just a minute. You got to have professionally written, optimized content for services and areas. Many are doing blog articles and all these other things that really don't convert anybody. They just attract researchers. You got to have live Google reviews on your site, not just testimonials, because no one trusts those anymore. They don't know where they come from. You got to have clear calls to actions, a nice user flow for the user to take action, book an appointment, buy something, sign up, whatever that is. You got to have automated follow-up. So once they do that, we don't want that lead to just go to somebody's email that may not check it for a couple of days, or maybe ends up in spam. Well, who knows if that gets followed up on. You got to have automated follow-up, and a chat widget or a chat bot, even better, will help you with that. Again, you can look at the workbook for more details, but let's do a quick workshop exercise. So we're going to invite you to go to, first of all, to gtmetrics.com, okay? GTmetrix is a well-known website performance tool, and we're going to invite you to go there, and this is what you should see. GTmetrix, I'm going to pull it up here so you can see it on my screen. And basically, you're going to type in your website address, okay? So whatever that may be. I'm going to use one of our clients, SF Custom Chiro. This is a website that we host and manage for them. We've optimized for performance. And then just once you type in your URL, go ahead and click test your site. gtmetrics.com is what you're going to type in. Put in the website address in the search box. Do a quick scan, and it will tell you what your GTmetrix grade is. Now, ideally, you'd love to see a green A like what we have here, 100% performance, 100% structure. That means that this website is optimized to perform well. So Google's going to rank you very high when it comes to performance scoring, and that's important for getting Google rankings. Okay, so if you're getting something like what we found here with one of our prospects that we're cultivating, doing some research. Again, this is a big company. They've got an E, a score bordering on an F, and performance is just really not good, right? So Google, especially this year, is going to really ding hard on low performance. So that's important. Make sure that your performance is up. Fast web hosting, there's a number of things you can do to increase performance on your website. Ultimately, it has to be designed properly to load quickly from the ground up. Now, for homework, we've also provided in your workbook on page 15 a nice little website checklist so you can go through and just analyze your website, see what are the top items that you need to address, highest priority, and make a check of what you need to do, what is done, what needs to be done, and how you're going to implement it. Now, let's take a little bit of time and talk about SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, here's the 3 top things that we really need to be aware of when it comes to SEO. There's no need to be overwhelmed with all the little nuances. Yes, they all have to be addressed, but ultimately it comes down to this. You got to use the correct keywords. You got to have the right kind of traffic, and you got to have the right kind of content in order to get good search results. So one thing that will help you do that is the top 70 keywords that we're going to give you at the end of this webinar for the chiropractic niche. Now, once you've got these things done and optimized, you should be getting good search results. So what do we mean by that? Well, let's do a test. Let me show you exactly how you would check your own Google rankings right now with your own website, okay? Now, the way that you do that is you open what's called an incognito window, okay, or in private browsing window. click the three dots in the upper right corner, and then you're going to click New Incognito Window. Once you've done that, you should see this kind of guy with glasses and a hat, and it says you've gone incognito. Once you've done that, what we want you to do is just do a simple Google search, and we're going to search for the service and then the location that you're in. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick search for chiropractor, and let's do San Francisco. So again, the very basic search term that a client would typically type in to find your service. So right here we can see 1,600 searches a month, roughly. And where do you show up in the search results for your city or your service in your city? See, are you in the Google Map Pack? You can see right here that our client, SF Custom Chiropractic, they've got the most number of reviews. They're listed there in number 2. They kind of bounce around in the Google Map Pack. A good portion of searchers land there. And then they also bounce between 1 and 3 in the natural results for these keywords. Are you in that top 3? Are you in the Google Map Pack? Do you have an ad? Does your website show up, or are you down on page 2, 3, 4, 5, or even lower? If so, you're not getting any traffic. So do that search. Got to be incognito so your Google's not tracking you, and then you're going to see the results. Now, how do we take that and then optimize it into getting you the absolute most traffic that you can get within your market for your business? Here's an example. This is a Google search for chiropractor in a town in Washington called Bothell. There's about 430 searches per month. And my question is, who's getting the most traffic in this search result, right? So if you were looking at this Google search page, you'd see the ads at the top, the Google Map Pack, and then the organic search as the page continues to flow down. So as you look at that, does any of those practices stand out to you as being the first one that might get clicked, get the most traffic? Well, let me help you out. What do you notice about Kaufman Chiropractic? Did you notice that they appear on there 4 times in the first page of Google? Well, statistically, what does that tell us? Well, we could do simple math to just find that out. Statistically, 14% will click on an ad, 35% will click on the map pack, and about 50% will click on the Google organic ranking results. What's the bottom line? The bottom line is that Kaufman Chiropractic is in all of those spots. So that means they're getting slices of all 3 of that percentage of clicks. Well, that's going to increase the traffic that goes to their website. And if their conversion mechanism is set up correctly, they're getting the bulk of the traffic for that keyword. Now, that's what we set up for our clients. That's what we recommend doing for you if you want to get the most out of your Google ranking. But Google ranking is not the only way to get traffic. You can also run PPC or Google Ads and Facebook ads.